Hey everyone, welcome back to Fire Emblem 3 Houses. We need to go explore today. We are getting ready to invade Shambhala, I believe. So let's go see what people are thinking. Because we have to talk to everyone. Well, I believe this is our second to last time doing this, so, you know, enjoy it while it lasts. Bernadetta? What's up?
With Edelgard gone, maybe Fodlan will finally find some peace.
Maybe.
That's all well and good, but, she was also the one to put my father under house arrest. So now he's been released and he's taken charge of House Varley.
Oh boy.
I can't handle it. I can't deal with him. Please, you have to do something.
We can put him back under arrest.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, your dad's like an abusive dickhead, isn't he? I won't let him hurt any of my students, don't worry about it.
Professor, finally, that awful war is over.
Yeah.
Everyone lost something, and everyone had to make sacrifices. But maybe we can put a stop to all of this pain and loss now. Let's hurry to Shambhala, Professor. We have to defeat them if we ever want to see a world without war.
Sounds good. Alright, show me strength upgrade. Okay. Okay. Oh, that's cool. Didn't want one anyway. Didn't want one anyway. Thanks, game. Very cool of you. Good grief.
Right.
I put Pegasus poop on there. Give me a break. Lots of fish out there today.
I thought that taking the Empire's capital would bring an end to this war. How naive of me. I'll have to write to my family and tell them I'll be gone a while longer.
I guess. I don't know if you've actually been doing anything. Alright. Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report.
Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. I can hardly believe you managed to handle the capital city like that. Everyone did sterling work. I really thought we'd know peace after that battle. But we're not quite there yet, huh?
Not yet. Working on it, though. Give me a bit longer. And I'll deal with it.
Hello!
Yeah, give me all your vegetables and stuff.
It's all will this one. It's all will this one. It's all will this one. It's all
Give me all of it.
this one. It's will this one. It's all yours. Take it. Will this one. It's all yours. Tell
All
your
right.
friends.
Professor!
What? Who do we got over here? Claude?
We won against the Imperial Army. I still can't believe it. But I guess we still have some enemies left. I'm not well informed, but I have plenty of fighting spirit.
Good to hear.
We crushed the Empire at long last. But there's no time to bask in our victory. We must prepare for the coming battle. We knew there was a secret group behind the Imperial Army all this time. Now we have a chance to make the first move against them. We have Hubert to thank for that. It's also thanks to him that we were able to rescue Rhea. I still have plenty of questions I'd like to ask her.
Are you gonna see her?
If we plan to have her march into battle with us again, we'd better let her recuperate.
Fair enough.
Rhea's the only one who gets a break, though. Everyone else had better start preparing for battle.
Alrighty. Works for me.
How about...
You did it. I never thought I'd live to see the day that the Empire was conquered. I thought that would put an end to the war. But I hear there are still hostile forces to contend with.
Yeah.
I hope you'll be able to put an end to this conflict and found a new Fodlan in which the free market can thrive.
Hopefully.
Count Burgles, the Minister of Military Affairs, was applying pressure in the west, but he surrendered after the Empire fell. Cornelia of the Fargus Dukedom seems to have disappeared from the palace, and rather swiftly. They must have realized that the revival of the Old Kingdom was a real threat.
Good. Hopefully, whoever's left can
Mysterious power threatening the very
work with
future of
us.
Fodlan? Certainly we cannot give it leeway. In comparison to this, the internal power struggles in the Alliance are utterly trivial.
You think we can
There
defeat
is
it?
simply no option but victory. The alternative is unthinkable. Perhaps I will have the opportunity to strike the decisive blow on the enemy commander. Oh, that would secure my place in history for certain.
Oh, Lawrence. Oh, Lawrence. You are a fellow. Hey, Alois.
You've done it. You did it. You crushed the Empire and rescued Lady Rhea.
Yes.
I'm sure the Captain is proud of you right now. As am I, of course. I'm as proud as if I'd done it myself.
We still have opponents left to
Sorry,
fight.
I didn't mean to overdo it. We still have to deal with Monica's group. Those who killed the Captain. We'll knock them down so hard that they can't get back up.
Sounds good, man. Sounds good. Who's over here? Hey, is it Dorth the horse?
I thought the war would end with Edelgard's defeat, but that wasn't the case. This may be premature, but I'm feeling a little relieved. I have to consider what I'll
She
do
did an
next,
Owain pose there for a
and where
second.
I'll go when I don't have an answer yet. Let's make sure the next battle puts an end to this war. That way, we can all move forward.
I agree. Sounds good.
Oh, so Lady Rhea was all right after all. Well done bringing her back safely.
Thanks.
Finally, us true believers may breathe easy again.
Are you saying you didn't like how the church was?
You're saying the fight isn't over yet?
Are you saying you didn't like how the church was being run under me? Watch yourself.
Hey!
Hey, Judith.
The folks we're fighting next aren't normal humans, are they?
No.
It's that group who caused the Javelin of Light to fall, right? It just doesn't seem like something a human is capable of.
Yeah.
I'm not prone to flinching, but I don't feel great about any of this.
Yeah.
A mysterious organization, slithering in the dark of Fodlan, like something out of a midnight tale. It appears these fiends have infiltrated the deepest corners of the Empire.
Seems so.
After the fall of Enbar, they've remained well concealed. That said, I would keep an eye on Edelgard's uncle, Lord Arundel. Something about him sits ill with me.
Really? Thanks for the tip, man. We'll keep an eye on him.
We've all heard the legend of Nemesis, the King of Liberation. But now Lady Rhea is saying Nemesis was just some kind of thief. Those two descriptions are totally at odds.
Yeah.
Which version's correct? I don't know what to think, but I guess that's the nature of history. I wonder what the generations that come after us will say about the battle we're about to fight.
Hopefully, they depict us nicely.
I heard that Lady Rhea's back. But why hasn't she shown herself to everyone yet? Oh, she's convalescing. Fair enough. She was in captivity for a long time. I pray that she feels better soon.
Yeah, for sure.
The thing is, we finally got Lady Rhea back from the Empire and fulfilled our mission. I wish we could afford for her to have a good long rest, but that just isn't possible.
I don't think she needs to be present at the battle, to be honest.
Oh.
Dedu saw to it that Edelgard was destroyed before he departed. His expression once his mission was over was a bit lonely. I don't know where he went off to after that. Maybe he returned home to Dusker.
I hope he... Would have been nice if he joined up with us, wouldn't it? Guess it's not in his nature.
Hello.
True. These are Monica's people, aren't they? The ones who killed Captain Gerald. Then this is my real opportunity for revenge. There's no way I can back down from this one.
You're not scared?
I'm okay. Actually, I'm eager to get out there and fight. This is what I've been training for.
Sounds good. Let's mess their days up, I suppose. I'm walking into a wall. Pay me no mind.
This war might be over, but not war in general. Human beings thrive on conflict. We can't get enough of it. I don't know when, but you know someday another war will begin.
Even so.
That's the way it is, right? War may always come back, but so will peace. And peace is what we fight for.
Indeed.
I thought that after the Empire fell, the Boar might finally be avenged. But something dark is certainly lurking in the shadows. An organization behind the Empire. We'll have to take care of them if the Boar... if Dimitri is to rest in peace.
Oh, character development. How nice. Another sword tournament, huh? Another Master Seal, too. Somehow I don't think Dorothea would be the best pick. One. Oh, you missed? You both missed. Oh, you hit with your crest at least, so that's good. Twice.
All right, next.
You'll be fine.
You fought well.
Good job, Felix. Take him out. Again, good job with the crest. It's like his activates a lot. Another mortal savant, huh?
You haven't earned my pity.
Well done. Cool. Alright.
What the?
Another Master Seal. Don't know if we'll be using that at any point soon here, but it's good to have. We have a quest up here.
Is it really prudent to bring Lady Rhea on our upcoming expedition?
Wasn't my choice.
It would be best not to have her doing anything strenuous, considering how long she was confined.
It's her decision
There are
ultimately.
so many in Fodlan who are seeking Lady Rhea's salvation. For their sake, we cannot put her in harm's way.
To be fair, I'm the new leader of the church, just so you know. All who oppose me will be stamped out.
Oh, Shambhala it was called, right? Scary that it's so close to the House Goneril territories.
A little bit.
Who'd have thought all those creeps were living right under my nose? I was hoping my big brother would help us in this next battle, but he says that I can represent House Goneril without his help, that I have it in me. I'm glad he recognizes that I have some ability. Still, I wish he wasn't leaving it all to me.
You'll be okay.
Excuse me, could you do me a favor?
I don't think we have those supplies, sorry. Okay, so who's over here? Cyril?
Lady Rhea's back! Lady Rhea's back! I'm so happy! But things aren't gonna be like they used to be anytime soon, are they? There's still folks out there that want us all dead, and Lady Rhea still hasn't regained her strength yet.
Yeah, she probably can't turn into a giant dragon
Speaking
again.
of which, Professor, please don't ask too much of her right now, okay?
Rhea is sleeping right now. If it is not absolutely urgent, please do not disturb her rest. The long confinement took its toll on her health. Truthfully, she is in no shape to be exerting herself at all, to say nothing of a military expedition. To make matters worse, we are now facing a very old enemy. One that has conspired against us since time out of mind. Please proceed with caution. I have a bad feeling.
We'll keep that in mind. Keep it in mind.
Professor, most of the opera company fled, but they're back in the capital now.
Oh, good.
I don't know if everyone survived, but it looks like they should be able to mount a revival.
I'm happy for you.
They even asked if I'd consider making a return to the stage someday. I suspect I may refuse, though. We're at the dawn of something new. No reason to look backwards, eh?
I suppose so. Today's the choir festival. Oh, cool.
I can't...
There we go.
Really?
Really? We've been without Lady Rhea for more than 5 years. Every time the sun rises, I feel a little more accustomed to her absence. We'd already found her, Catherine. Must be an old note. Mercedes?
Lady Rhea still seems weak, but at least she's safe now. I'm praying that she'll be well as soon as possible. Goddess, I beg you, protect Lady Rhea.
I'll consider granting your request.
Maybe. He's dead.
Oh.
My father's dead. I'm okay, though. Really. I was ready for it. He was a general in the Imperial Army, after all. Minister of Military Affairs. He gave his own life so the Empire's soldiers wouldn't have to lose theirs. That's a fight that only he could take on. He was such a tough guy. This whole time, I fought side by side with you and Claude. But did I ever get any stronger? Will I ever be as strong as my father?
I'm sorry, bud. If you hadn't come with us, though, you might have died too, to be honest.
So, listen.
I couldn't have guaranteed your safety.
Lady Rhea, but Seteth's countenance remains clouded. When will peaceful days return to this monastery? That time feels so distant.
Well...
Have you As history proves, everything comes to an end eventually. I knew that all along, but it still came as a surprise. Those who slither in the dark. It's all so fascinating and strange. They must certainly have a long history of their own. And when they fall, that will come quickly too. Don't you think?
Their history, you mean?
That almost sounded like a prophecy there. Am I spooking you yet?
You're so weird. Why are you so weird, Linhart? Let's make sure we swing by the Amiibo Gazebo really quick. If I could... I've never liked how much of a pain in the behind this map can be to navigate. It's not ideal. Herring bait. What do we got? Not much. Albinian moose, blowfly, blue flower seeds, 4-spice blend, Vanado treasure fruit. Okay, well, we can hopefully cook some stuff out of that. Get people's motivation back. Never mind, everyone's motivation's already back. Okay, that's good. In that case... Give these two. Still have a support level I'm missing, I think.
Eating with the at home.
I think they're still missing one, right? Then I guess... Man, I don't know. I don't know. We really don't need to spend a bunch of points feeding everyone, I guess. Didn't see Catherine anywhere. But she's like available to feed. I didn't see her anywhere in the monastery. Weird. Yeah, let's try and spend our points on some. Although I am missing a few people still, aren't I?
Wake up, eat, train, eat, sleep. We gotta prepare for the assault, but that hasn't changed my routine.
Good. You're doing plenty, bud.
And eating, I do is for the sake of Fodland. Gotta stay strong and fed to keep it safe.
Thanks, bud. Let's Do this really quick. Damn, that's really good. The best of Fodlan. +1 to all stats. Jesus. That's pretty good. Charm +2. Resistance +1. Defense +1. Let's go defense this one. Why not?
I enjoy... I see.
I look completely stone-faced. Okay. Couple more people to talk to. Hello, Dorothea.
So, the moment we defeat 80, the nobles cozy up to the Alliance and Church. That lot really does think only of themselves and no one else. But then there's Count Burgley's. He used to be Minister
That's
of
Caspar's
Military
dad, huh?
Affairs. He sacrificed his own life so that all the soldiers and officers who fought could be given quarter. When I heard that, I don't know, that simple act of humanity, I couldn't help it. I burst into tears. You know Count Burgley's is Caspar's father, right? I can't even imagine how Caspar must feel about it.
He says he's doing fine, but he must be torn up a little bit, right? Like, there's no way he's just fine.
How's this? We saved Rhea and the Empire has crumbled. The kingdom may as well be finished too. The reasons for me to remain in Fodlan are fading.
Please stay with us a little longer.
I've come this far. May as well see it through to the end.
So Catherine's just not anywhere, which is unfortunate because I was hoping to ask her some sort. Never mind, she's over here. I'm dumb.
Professor.
Professor. Yo.
We rescued Lady Rhea. I can hardly express my joy.
But now we know about a new foe who intends to bring her harm.
Yep.
In time, we'll realize the peaceful world that Lady Rhea has always hoped for. I'll have to keep that in mind when I'm fighting.
Sounds good. Okay, one more.
What, Professor?
I am so glad that Rhea is unharmed. My brother continues to worry about her, however. Of course, I am worried myself. I cannot imagine being in that situation while in such a state. She should just leave things to you and Claude and get the rest she needs.
I don't think she will, though. Not her style.
Professor, those who slither in the dark, it seems will finally discover their true form.
Hopefully.
I get the sense that they're in league with the mages who experimented on me as a child. I wouldn't be surprised if Edelgard was subjected to them too.
She had 2 crests.
There's no telling what their true motives are. But whatever their motives, what they have done is unforgivable. They must be exterminated.
We'll take him out. Nice. Let's go talk to the remainder of the people. Might as well buff up my stats near the end here. Not a whole lot else we're using our points on.
The history of the Empire spans 1,185 years. And just like that, it ends. But the Hresfeld legacy could live on. When Edelgard assumed power, there were no other rightful heirs. She said that whoever takes the throne next should do so by virtue of merit, not blood. And she truly meant what she said. At any rate, I feel that a huge hole has opened up in my heart. Who knows if it can ever be filled?
Sorry, dude.
Fighting against enemies whose true nature is unknown is honestly really scary. Still, if there's a force in this world that clearly means us harm, we have no choice but to fight back. With our own hands, we'll safeguard Fodlan's future.
Sounds good.
The Empire is broken in smithereens. Now it is possible for me to go back to Bridget, but I cannot choose that choice.
The time is still too soon for that. We must be stopping the evil for everyone in Fodlan. We will be fighting until the end of it.
Agreed.
Our next opponent is an ally of Solon. Do you remember what Solon called us?
Beasts?
That's right. He called us beasts. Meanwhile, he refers to himself as the savior. Who exactly is he saving?
I don't know, man. I think he's insane, to be honest. Yeah, she's not getting A+ horses. It's just not happening. It's just not happening. It's impossible. It's fine, you know, whatever, but it's not happening. You will probably get A authority though.
That was
So that's good.
I must.
That's good. You might get A horses, but you're not getting A+. Barney, you can probably get B+ authority. Good job. Nicely done. Okay.
It was nothing.
Nice.
Growth.
Did you get a new magic spell out of that? Nope. You got a lot of perfects just then. There's C+ authority.
Growth.
Might be able to get her to A. Perfect, that's good. Not on this go, but very close.
I have a question for you, Professor.
I sometimes find books written in languages I've never seen before. I'd love to read them somehow, but I don't even know where to start. Piecing together using linguistic clues.
I do believe you're right. Professor?
Sure, whatever. It's my birthday. A letter from Claude.
With you on my... We did a...
Nicely done.
I'm feeling good about this.
Brawl crit plus 10. Ooh, you already crit everything, but you know. What? Oh, sure.
The utter Not sure I should sing with everyone. I'm not great at harmony.
Thanks for the faith experience.
Perhaps I...
It's free. It's Flane's birthday. Happy birthday, Flane. Oh, it's St. Sethlene Day. Yeah. Yeah. Oh god, I punched my mic. I'm so sorry. That makes a lot of sense. Good god, I'm so sorry. I got a support. Oh, Hanuman. Cool. Not bad. There's so many supports just sitting around. Good grief. Okay, that's fine. I think we're actually gonna go seminar. There's no point in fighting. Like, we don't need to anymore. It's just not important at this point. Yeah, why not? That's lance. I want sword. Hold on. Sure, why not?
I've got the gist of it now. Can I use this off the bat?
I'm getting the hang of it.
She got physics. That's pretty good. Busts up motivation, apparently. May as well, I don't know. What else am I gonna pump points into? Like, there's not much else, so may as well. You know, may as well. Keep going. Okay. Don't know if Claude's gonna hit S rank authority, but I think he'd be the only one who got it. So. Be neat, I guess. Two more still. Cool. Sedith, you want to learn motivation? I don't know, man. Or maybe Flane, you want to learn motivation? I keep saying motivation, and I keep meaning authority. You know what I mean. Whoops. Begin.
Professor?
No. Sure.
Which means that there are some elements of your power that cannot be explained by current theory. Although this may lead to a discovery that alters the very fabric of Crest research.
I'm sleeping.
Oh, pardon me, Professor. I became lost in thought, and I do tend to ramble. I suggest we call it a day. Do you concur?
I'm fine to keep talking.
No, you mustn't push yourself too hard. When you are not in battle, you are so often here with me. I get so energized speaking with you. Well, I must remember to pull my head out of the clouds. That said, perhaps we should discuss things unrelated to crests from time to time.
Like what?
Some sort of silly, lighthearted topic might be nice, eh?
Yeah, sure. You have one in mind?
I'm not especially skilled at small talk, alas. Let me see. Perhaps we should discuss... I know. Food. Not my strong suit, the culinary arts. But I do enjoy a good meal. Which kind of food do you prefer, Professor? Sweet or spicy?
Spicy.
Spicy? Quite the opposite of me. Yet you're an exception in lots of ways, so it's not altogether surprising. An old colleague of mine theorized that those who bear crests favor sweet flavors over spicy.
Is that what's up with Lysithia?
She suggested that the crest exerts some manner of influence over... Oh, there I go again. How embarrassing. We were supposed to be avoiding talk of crests, weren't we? Terrible habit of mine. Finding a way to turn any conversation towards crest. I really should find a way to stop that.
It's okay.
That is kind of you, Professor. But it's all right. If you were to lose your patience with me, it could have an incalculable impact on my research. That sort of thing has happened in the past, you know. Back when I was still in the Empire.
Really?
At first, Any lady I was spending time with would titter and say she didn't mind if I talked about crests. But at some point, she would always become fed up and stop listening to what I had to say.
Oh dear.
In the end, invariably, while I was particularly focused on my research, she would write to say we were done. You may be a man, but I still don't wish for you to grow tired of my company.
I appreciate it. Thanks.
We did a...
Oh, I think Hill just got A horses?
I've learned a thing or two from
Sword
that.
crit plus 10. Is that for S rank swords? Yep. That's Shamir. Hold on. I want more sword training.
That lot, but then when I heard, you know...
Oh, you can't train me in swords anymore because I'm a higher level than you. Makes sense. Probably the only people who can train me then are Felix and Catherine at this point.
Professor.
I will not yield! Yeah! It's been a while since I had such a close call. If not for you, Professor, I wouldn't have made it. I didn't expect to be ambushed on a simple scouting mission.
Uh-oh. Are you hurt?
You should be asking about the mission, not about me. I have to ask, Professor, what brought you here?
I had a premonition.
So you came to protect me. I'm beginning to understand why your allies love you. These are selfish times. One doesn't expect to encounter selflessness. You're kind. In that respect, I'd say you're much like Lady Rhea.
You think Lady Ray is kind?
Of course. It's thanks to her kindness that I'm here today. I was an outlaw in Fargus. She took me in and let me live here.
Really?
Didn't I tell you? I was born into House Karen in Fargus. They used to call me Thunderstrike Cassandra. I was implicated in a plot to kill the king. It was a totally false accusation, of course. I had to flee the kingdom, and the Archbishop took me in.
Why'd you come to the monastery?
I used to be a student at the academy, so I knew I'd be safe here. Lady Rhea saved me once when I was a student, you know.
Really?
I don't really remember what happened. I was badly injured and near death. Lady Rhea took care of me. She didn't mind getting dirty. She took my muddied, bloodied body into her arms. Since then, Lady Rhea has been my inspiration.
I get why you like her so
I will
much.
always serve her, protect her, love her. For some reason, when I think about Lady Rhea, your face comes to mind. You've become an important presence in my life.
I'm honored.
I wasn't expecting you to have a positive response. I'm not thrilled about it personally. I am still going to keep my eye on you. Not so I can report to Lady Rhea, though. Just because I want to.
Alright. That's fine. I'm trying to get these guys to A+.
Eating at home.
Here's hoping. Did that work? Victory!
You're safe. I'm so relieved.
I was just on a mission. What's gotten into you?
I'm sorry. I've been thinking about the last time we talked, about our paths diverging. I've been a little afraid since then. Afraid that you might quit the Knights.
The terrible Thunder Catherine. Afraid? I thought you weren't afraid of anything.
I kinda thought so too. I realized that I might actually lose you someday, and that's scarier than I expected. I've never felt this way about anyone other than Lady Rhea.
You seem very passionate about this.
I guess so. I have many brothers and sisters in arms, but you're my only partner. I know you have my back, so I can focus on the battle in front of me.
I see. Catherine, I have to tell you something. I lost my first partner, which is why I can make no guarantees that this will last forever. But I want you to know, there's no one I would rather have at my side.
Aww.
I could never sever my bond with you. If there ever comes a day when our paths do diverge, know that I'll always be with you.
Thank you. I lost someone too. I thought we'd be together forever, but our lives went in different directions. Relationships are so fragile.
Of course. But that's enough of that. I can't stand any more of your vulnerable side.
Ah, sorry, partner. Hope I didn't worry you. I lost hold of myself there.
No need to apologize. It's what partners are for. If you'd like, we can start planning our next move.
Next move? What do you mean?
We can wed if you're that worried about losing me. Though, I may tire of your company.
Hey!
You look a bit red. What's the matter, partner?
That was just unexpected. If you'll excuse me, I need some fresh air.
I love it. Oh, that's the best. That was great. I really liked that. That was really good. Seriously, I quite enjoyed that. That was very enjoyable. Let's see. I suppose so. It's probably not going to be enough in time, but... what are you going to do, I guess? Nice. Jesus! Oh, perfect.
I think I'm starting.
A lot of perfects there. A lot of greats there. That's good. I want to kind of see what happens if you hit S rank authority, because you'd be the only person who got it. Getting close. What's your goal right now? What is it? Where's your goal? Can I make you hopefully hit S rank authority? You're already working on it. Okay, cool. Works for me. Okay, one more. Quite intriguing. All right.
Professor?
Whatever, man. You just stop changing. Figure your life out. It's Claude's birthday. Okay, Claude. Do you like these?
Happy to have this. It's a nice smell. I think I love this one. Thanks.
There you go. Not gonna look up a guide for this. We're just gonna do our best.
The taste of relaxation. Oh?
Classes you might enjoy the ideal professor.
Of course. Oh?
A dinner invitation. Working together. Overcoming weakness, school is. You're doing great work. Oh, well.
You've become quite expressive, haven't you? You weren't like that when we first met.
Really?
Of course.
Close enough. Can I observe Claude be all creepy?
The taste of relaxation.
So dreamy. Teach.
You really like looking at my face, don't you? I have no idea what you find so interesting. Of course. No matter how hard you look, you won't see what I'm scheming.
Okay. Well, happy birthday. Honestly, if you want to play optimally, you should definitely be perfect tea timing everyone's birthdays just for the charm stats, but...
Thanks for the tea. Let's plan to do this again sometime.
you know. Free charm points. I'll take it. It's better gambit power.
There.
It's within my grasp.
Excalibur.
I'm really getting it.
Sure, why not? At this point, I'm just like, how can we kill some time, to be honest? Anyone teach authority in swords, or is that just me? Just me. Yeah, why not?
Good fuel for a scheme. I must always...
Perseverance? I think I've got...
I always will.
Cool. Okay, we have our mission up next. I saw marketplace. Okay, leave me alone. We have our mission up next. That is going to be all for this time, guys. We are approaching the end of the game, I think. Thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.